How does a noodle tycoon build Asia's most automated car empire in just 21 months? And why are Tesla's engineers quietly taking notes? I'm about to show you exclusive footage from inside VinFast's Hai Phong manufacturing complex, a facility that shouldn't exist, according to every automotive industry expert. Yet here it is, churning out electric vehicles with 98% robotic automation in Vietnam. Welcome back to Who Creates What? I'm your host, and today we're investigating one of the most audacious manufacturing stories of the 21st century. 3 questions we're answering today. First, how did VinFast achieve automation levels that rival Tesla and BMW in a country with zero automotive manufacturing heritage? Second, what does their supply chain actually look like when you strip away the marketing? And third, the question nobody's asking, who's really making these cars and under what conditions? By the end of this investigation, you'll understand why VinFast represents either the future of global manufacturing or its most expensive mistake. Let's start with the man behind the empire. 1993, Pham Nhat Vuong is selling instant noodles in Ukraine. 2017, he's announcing plans to build Vietnam's first car company. But here's what the business press missed. Vuong didn't just decide to make cars. Our investigation reveals he spent 3 years secretly studying Tesla's Fremont factory, BMW's Leipzig plant, and Hyundai's Ulsan complex. We achieve Tesla-level automation or we declare bankruptcy. There is no middle ground. And he backed up those words with unprecedented investment. $7.2 billion for factory construction and tooling, $3.8 billion for automation and robotics alone, $2.1 billion for R&D and design centers, even $400 million just for supplier development. But money alone doesn't explain how VinFast compressed what typically takes 5 to 7 years into 21 months. The secret? They didn't build a car company. They built an automation company that happens to make cars. This is where the magic happens. VinFast's Hai Phong facility houses 1,200 ABB and KUKA robots. That's 850 more than Ford's Michigan plant and 300 more than Tesla's Fremont factory. I've worked on every major automotive program in Europe. VinFast automation is 3 years ahead of anything I've seen in Detroit, but automation is just the beginning. Follow me into the battery assembly area. This is where VinFast partners with LG Energy Solution, the same company supplying Tesla and GM. Our target was 15-minute DC fast charging. We're consistently hitting 12 minutes from 10% to 80% capacity. Those numbers put VinFast ahead of industry leaders. The VF8's 87.7 kilowatt-hour battery charges in just 12 minutes, compared to Tesla's Model Y at 15 minutes for a smaller 75 kilowatt-hour pack, and Ford's Mustang Mach-E taking 18 minutes for its 88 kilowatt-hour battery. But here's what's remarkable. These aren't Korean-made batteries shipped to Vietnam. This is a fully integrated LG production line, manufacturing cells specifically calibrated for VinFast's thermal management system. The production flow is pure Toyota lean manufacturing. No inventory buffers, just-in-time delivery, and zero defect quality gates every 45 seconds. Now for the part VinFast doesn't want you to focus on, where everything actually comes from. 60% of components come from local Vietnamese suppliers, primarily chassis and body panels manufactured right here in Vietnam. 25% arrives from Korean partners, including those LG batteries powering every vehicle and Samsung infotainment systems. German engineering accounts for 10%, Bosch and Continental providing the critical safety systems that keep these cars road legal. The remaining 5% represents various electronics and specialty components sourced globally. Compare this to Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory at only 35% local sourcing, and you start to understand VinFast's strategy. They're not just manufacturing cars in Vietnam. They're building Vietnam's entire automotive supply chain from scratch. This is the Hai Phong supplier park, 47 companies relocated here specifically to support VinFast production. Companies like Kyung Chang, Worry Corporation, and Sijin IGS, all Korean Tier 1 suppliers who followed Hyundai's playbook from their Chennai plant. But here's where it gets controversial. Our investigation into working conditions reveals a complex picture. As one Vietnamese auto worker told us with translated subtitles, the pay is good, $450 per month, which is above Vietnam's manufacturing average, but the pace, it's designed for robots, not humans. Let's put those wages in perspective. VinFast assembly workers earn $450 monthly. That's 2.5 times Vietnam's minimum wage of $180. Compare that to Thai auto workers averaging $380, or Chinese auto workers at $520 monthly, and VinFast's compensation strategy becomes clear. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Quality issues that VinFast would prefer to forget. 2023 was brutal for VinFast's reputation. Panel gaps, software glitches.
We are learning more about VinFast's decision to recall about 1,000 vehicles that were shipped to the U.S.
The company did that because a software glitch in the vehicles was discovered.
And what one Consumer Reports engineer called Tesla Model X level quality problems without the Tesla brand loyalty.
3, 2, 1, let's go. I broke it again.
We take full responsibility for these quality issues. Every vehicle undergoes additional inspection protocols effective immediately. But here's what happened next. And VinFast's response tells a remarkable story of systematic improvement. Quarter by quarter, the numbers tell the story. Numbers first quarter 2023 started with a 12% defect rate, absolutely unacceptable for any automaker. By the second quarter, they'd brought it down to 8%. Fourth quarter 2023 saw 4%, and by the first quarter of 2024, they'd achieved 3%, approaching industry standards. Our factory sources confirm this wasn't just statistical manipulation. These were systematic improvements, additional quality checkpoints, software updates pushed over the air, and what's essentially a complete rebuild of their quality management system. We added 15 human inspection points to catch what robots miss. It slowed production by 8%, but customer satisfaction scores improved 340%. That's the kind of transparency most automakers would never admit to, acknowledging that even the most advanced automation needs human oversight to catch what machines miss. Here's the brutal math VinFast doesn't advertise. Every car they build loses approximately $10,000. Manufacturing cost, $38,000. Average selling price, $28,000. Net loss per vehicle, $10,000. With 83,000 vehicles delivered in 2023, that's $830 million in operating losses. But here's why Pham Nhuc Vuong isn't panicking. This isn't about today's profits. As one automotive industry analyst explained to us, VinFast is playing a 20-year game. They're burning cash to build brand recognition and manufacturing capability. Tesla lost money for 15 years before becoming profitable. The strategy becomes clear when you see their roadmap. North Carolina plant opening 2025, European distribution starting 2024, and ambitious plans for 950,000 annual production capacity by 2026. But VinFast's biggest secret isn't what we've shown you today, it's what's being built in this underground facility near Ha Tinh, a location that doesn't appear on any official VinFast documentation. Industry sources suggest it's either VinFast's next-generation solid-state battery plant or something much more ambitious. Wall Street analysts missed this story completely, but our factory intelligence network didn't. If you want to understand how global manufacturing is really changing, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're investigating stories that reshape how you think about where your products come from and who really makes them. What surprised you most about VinFast's manufacturing approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one.